Hello everyone, my name is Vaishnavi Chabrolum and I am part of the Senior Night Committee along with Noelle Fedor and Alina Utsin. Please give a round of applause for the Grafton High School National Honor Society seniors. Mr. Carney, Dr. Cummings, parents, and members of the National Honor Society, welcome to the 16th Annual Senior Reception to honor our graduating National Honor Society members. Now please welcome Mariska Gohar to the stage to sing the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. National Honor Society members, please stay standing for the NHS Society Pledge. Repeat after me. I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society. To which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Please be seated. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Now please welcome our principal, Mr. Carney, who would like to say a few words about Grafton High School's chapter of National Honor Society.
Thank you, Noelle. Thank you, Vaishnavi, and the members of the junior leadership who really worked so hard over the last 2 days to make this a truly special night for our seniors. I can't tell you how seriously they've taken it. They were in my office, I want to say, for half the day and well into the afternoon to make this a special night. And I look forward to telling you all of the behind-the-scenes stories of our National Honor Society this year and the relationships that developed. So on behalf of the faculty and administration, Dr. Cummings' office, good evening and welcome to the National Honor Society Senior Night. As we were planning this evening today, just a little short story. When I was appointed principal, I really wanted to share the leadership of the school with our student body and our student leaders. So there's this certain stigma to the principal's office that sometimes people don't like to enter. So I bought a couch, I brought in some comfortable chairs, and slowly over the course of the years, more and more students started to come down. And over time, sometimes people took their shoes off and sat cross-legged on the couch, forgetting that this wasn't their living room, but all the while, the spirit was growing. And as you know, from living with teenagers at home, as your relationship grows stronger, you feel more comfortable having disagreements and debates over the course of the year. So we had them frequently, I would say, right? But all in good spirit, all results oriented. As frequently, as recent as this morning, when we were talking about the song selection for the entry this morning. And I, of course, that I offered my suggestion, Foo Fighters, my favorite band in times like these. This is something that I would bring up periodically over the course of the year at their sporting events, and who's making this playlist, why aren't my songs getting in? So Annika, naturally, I couldn't even say Fighters, I said Foo. She says, no, wrong decade. I said, how can you even say that? You're wearing an AC/DC t-shirt. And this banter went back and forth for a few minutes before someone behind me said, all right, enough. I think it was you, Sophia. But tonight really is about a night when we stop and reflect on the 4 years of dedication to yourself. I say this truly as a compliment to you for being focused on your goals and ambitions, to be the best individual that you can be. As an individual Grafton High School academic, but more importantly, the best you that you can be as a daughter or son, granddaughter or grandson, sister or brother, and friend and supporter of others. Only by the collection of these virtues can you meet the standards that you have set for yourself to meet the National Honor Society's expectations of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. At the end of your high school journey, there is no one who can judge you on whether or not you met these expectations, only you. If you have worked to exude the qualities of a Grafton chapter of NHS, it is my sincere hope that these qualities are anchored to your core and remain that anchor for the rest of your life. If you feel that you haven't lived up to the standards, well, have comfort in knowing that you still have plenty of time and you all have the ingredients to be that person and role model of the society's pillars, and in time you'll become that person that you know that you're capable of being. And only then, I think, will you have true self-satisfaction. The adults who join you in this auditorium this evening do have a sense of student challenges, but we're not ignorant to the fact that you experienced high school life with different challenges. Getting to this moment tonight took amazing leadership. I do not know of a time at Grafton High School when you did not have an advisor and faculty council. At times, whether you knew it or not, I challenged you by informing you that your chapter is defunct. You never accepted this. You never accepted it as a fate. And I cannot tell you how proud I have been to be your principal by your response and your action throughout the year. The National Honor Society at Grafton High School is not dead, not even close. Under the careful watch and direction of Jill Brenner and her President's Cabinet, Avisha Bachu, Annika Alves, Sophia Hillestrom, and Mariko Partin, you kept the ship afloat with the help, of course, from Annabelle, Grace, Hailey, Lakshita, Suri, Robert, Annalise, Maura, Catherine, Shrey, Shayne, and Ivan. And on behalf of your members and your proud friends, relatives, and educators, we sincerely thank you for your leadership. There are several leaders among the NHS membership who serve in various capacities in our school, even outside the chapter. What I will cherish most about you is our problem-solving sessions in my office or here in the auditorium when things were not working as we hoped or planned. They were conversations that included frustration and disappointment, but our talks always finished with what we were going to do to make things right. Sometimes they were messy conversations that were uncomfortable, like some frequent Foo Fighters conversations. But these are moments that have inspired me because I have such hope for you as our future leaders of the next generation as we adults pass the torch on to you. I'm going to put Jill on the spot for a moment because the two of us have had some private moments due to the position as president. Mature beyond her years, she knew immediately that positional rank in life and the headaches you experience go hand in hand. Jill felt the weight of the NHS on her two shoulders. She would say, I can't let our legacy be the group that allowed NHS to end at Grafton High School. I can't hand this over to Elena without a structure in place that makes her and her leadership team successful. That's Jill, though. But what Jill doesn't understand yet is that she does not get to choose her legacy. Your legacy, Jill, always will be decided by others, whether you like it or not. And while others will have their own opinions, this is what I believe your legacy will be. You will be defined as a transitional leader. You took ownership of responsibility when many people would avoid the challenges in front of you. The chances of failure were more likely than success, but the opportunity to right the ship was your motivational drive. You worked for sustainable success for GHS that will be realized after your tenure is completed. Others who follow you are likely to receive the glory, but you will be remembered as the one who set the course. Through every challenge you faced as a president, you kept your personal integrity and the integrity of the chapter central in your focus. You would not waver, even when I pushed you. You inspire me, Jill, and I look forward to many more problem-solving sessions with you over the course of our careers. And at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce your president, Jill Brenner.
Thank you, Mr. Carty, for your thoughtful introduction. It has been a pleasure to work alongside you as we face this year's challenges head-on. And good evening, students, parents, and staff. Thank you for coming together tonight to commemorate an occasion of change, of stepping off into the world as we, the seniors of the National Honor Society, begin our next chapter in life. I also stand here to pass on the torch of leadership to our incoming board members, who have well proven themselves capable of the roles at hand. In preparation for this night, this speech, I had to do a whole lot of reflection on everything that has happened throughout this past school year. When I was first given the news that our advisor had stepped down, I remember the fear that caught in my throat. How would we function as we had before, without guidance, without leadership? We were in completely uncharted territory, our paths no longer so clearly defined. Without an advisor and without a faculty council supporting the NHS, it became quite clear that this year would not look like those that had preceded it. Now, myself and my fellow board members were disheartened by this realization. We came into this year hoping to change some of the negative culture surrounding the NHS, of which many of you may be aware. We looked at the club from all angles, attempting to improve each piece until we had accomplished it all. But it proved difficult to make such changes when the foundation on which we stood seemed to lose strength with each step we took, beginning to buckle under the weight of all of the challenges we faced. The NHS, as we knew it, had begun to split down the middle. And as I noticed this happening, I came to realize that my approach to the NHS was failing me. All these changes we were trying to make, all these new approaches and steps we wanted to take to fix our chapter were only making things more difficult, messier, as those external circumstances beyond our control added a new layer of complexity to our situation. And with this realization, I came to understand the overlooked, understated importance of being the glue. To be the glue is to hold together a structure that is threatening to fall apart. To be the glue is to stand strong and keep alive what is already there. And so we continued on together, working hard to maintain the NHS. We held meetings, and we showed up for one another, for our school, and for the Grafton community. Seniors, as a whole, we completed approximately 2,600 hours in community service and independent service projects. Some of our NHS members came together to knit hats for stillborn babies through the Angel Babies organization.
Others collected letters from students within our school community to send to wounded warriors. Many worked tirelessly to gather food products to send to the food banks in Grafton and Worcester, and they are still collecting items to this day. These are just a few examples of the many ISPs we have worked tirelessly on. Seniors, although we were not able to make the changes we had initially hoped to make coming into this school year, our showing up did more for the NHS and for our community than we ever could have imagined. But an issue that can arise with being the glue is that sometimes you feel stuck in place, immobile, incapable of progressing forward as you would wish. However, in life, you will find yourself in situations where you have no other choice but to be the glue, where you must come together with those around you to protect what you believe in. And at the end of the day, it is you who holds things together against all odds. As glue, we stuck with each other, arm linked in arm, keeping one another sturdy and secure. I know it was difficult sometimes to keep on like this when we felt our very foundation threatened to wear away, but we did it. We remained whole. And the NHS continues on, despite the hushed whispers that it would not be strong enough to exist just 1 year from now. Alina, Kate, Vaishnavi, Lily, Miroska, and the rest of the incoming board are some of the most qualified, capable, and driven people I've had the great fortune to meet. As seniors, we were the glue holding the foundation together, but now it is your turn to act, to build upon this foundation, improve the culture of the NHS, and find an advisor and faculty council that will guide you to success. Mr. Carney, I would like to thank you for your help this past year as we worked to map out uncharted territory, for the many early meetings in your office, and for taking the time to hear us out. And I would like to thank Alina, Noel, and Vaishnavi for putting together this evening of celebration for us. Your hard work over these past few months speaks greatly to your character, and the sort of character that is necessary for the longevity of the National Honor Society. And seniors, thank you dearly for these past 2 years that we have spent together. First, as inexperienced members learning as we went along, then as the glue that kept our club from crumbling. And with this glue, I know in my heart that our incoming senior leaders will be able to make changes that will stick. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Elections for the 2021 to 2022 Executive Board took place in February. We will now induct the officers for the 2022-2023 school year. Will Jill Brenner, Isha Bachu, and Annika Alex, Sophia Hillstrom, Mariko Partin, Vaishnavi Charvolu, and Miroska Gohar please join us on the stage? You're already here. Jill Brenner, would you come up now? Thank you.
Alina Utzin, as president of the Grafton chapter of the National Honor Society, promises to help members reach chapter goals, support and assist with all chapter activities, promises to serve on the executive committee, establish the agenda for meetings, preside at meetings, and help conduct the induction ceremony and election of officers for the following school year.
Kate Mills, as Vice President of the Grafton Chapter of the National Honor Society, promises to serve on the Executive Committee, preside at meetings when the President is absent, assist the President as needed, assist the advisor in reviewing service hours and ISP reports, act as a chairperson for special chapter projects, maintain records of attendance, and support the chapter bylaws.
Moving on to the details. Lily Volkman, as Secretary of the Grafton Chapter of the National Honor Society, promises to serve on the Executive Committee, take care of chapter paperwork, write letters for the chapter, keep a record of who attends the meetings, write meeting agendas, take meeting minutes, and maintain a record of the chapter minutes and copies of minutes and reports submitted by committee chairs.
Do you, Vaishnavi Chibrolu, as treasurer of the Grafton chapter of National Honor Society, promise to handle the chapter's money, make payments for membership pins and cards, record all money donated to the chapter and all money raised by chapter activities, keep track of receipts, payments, and chapter expenses, and review records with the chapter advisor throughout the year to make sure account records are in order?
I do.
Do you, Mariko Partin, as parliamentarian of Grafton Chapter of the National Honor Society, promise to maintain order at chapter meetings, record the history of the chapter, and conduct an annual review of the bylaws?
I do. Congratulations to our new officers. We will now install our committee chairs for the 2021 to 2022 school year. First, we would, with the following current senior committee members, stand at your seat to be recognized. Molly Rocco, Grace Cummings, Sri Gomatham, Robert Hammer, Shayne Sidman, Lakshita Dutta, Shreya Roy, Ivan Wang, Annabelle Webber, Hailey Dorazio, Annabelle Below de la Ganta, Catherine Rosine, and Annalisa Utzin. Please give a round of applause for our senior committee members. You may now be seated. The following new committee members will be installed: Nicole Dupuis, Abby DuBois, Abby O'Toole, Maggie Musler, Julia Magna, Amelia Whitney, Shravya Bogaraju, Maddie Boder, Aditya Kaki, Haley Art, Mackenzie Hanna, Lauren LeClaire, Annika Mishra, Lily Bouvier, and Skylar Rankowski. Please give a round of applause for our new committee members. We will now present the graduating seniors with their golden stoles and tassels, and a gift from the junior class. Please hold your applause until all names are called. We will first call up the President's Cabinet. Jill Brenner, President, University of Vermont. Isha Bachu, Vice President, Indiana University. Annika Alves, Secretary, UMiami. Sophia Hillestrom, Treasurer, UMass Amherst. Mariko Partin, Parliamentarian, North Carolina State University. We will now give the gifts to the committee chairs. Annabelle Below de Galanta, Great Chair. Emmanuel College. Grace Cummings, Charity Chair, James Madison University. Hailey Dorazio, Service Chair, University of Colorado Boulder. Lakshita Dutta, Tutoring Chair, UMass Amherst. Srijit Gomadam, Induction Ceremony Chair, Northeastern University. Bobby Hammer, Fundraising Chair, Boston University. Annalise Oatzen, School Store Chair, Hobart and William Smith Colleges. Molly Rocco, Charity Chair, Fairfield University. Catherine Rosine, Great Chair, University of Vermont. Shreya Roy, tutoring chair, Babson College.
Shayne Sidman, fundraising chair, Tufts University. Ivan Wang, technology chair, Georgia Tech.
Annabelle Webber, service chair, University of South Carolina. Gabriella Baker, Emmanuel College. Helen Barber, Rhode Island College. Matthew Biddle, Case Western Reserve University. Joseph Brenner, Ithaca College.
Kate Broad, Fairfield University. Bridget Burke, George Washington University. Nicole Byrnes, College of the Holy Cross.
Kaitlyn Cahill, Assumption University. Riley Cass, University of Connecticut. Frank Sassone, Framingham State University. Elizabeth Cross, University of New Hampshire. Veda Dev, University of Massachusetts Amherst. Zoe Davis, University of Rochester.
Paige Dumphy, University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Jack Duplessis, Assumption University.
Jonathan Fields, Clark University. Anna Fiore, Arizona State University. Anna Flynn, Shepherd College. Colin Frank, University of North Carolina, Winchester.
Isabella Grandinetti, Endicott College. Katie Hamilton, University of Rhode Island.
Clea Harper, Shepherd College. Madeline Hernandez, University of New Hampshire. Adam Hillestorm, Worcester State University.
Marcel Yaya, Merrimack College.
Koshal Casino, University of Massachusetts Amherst. Isabelle Kim, Wellesley College.
Gabby Klumpner, University of Rhode Island. Aliana Lewis, University of Pennsylvania.
Sydney Matuzik, Endicott College. Jaden Naff, Auburn University. Vedant Naik, Rutgers University. Ashna Patel, University of Florida.
Tori Pulaskis, University of Massachusetts Amherst. Scott Pulopo, University of Massachusetts Amherst.
Arjun Ramesh, Boston College. Rohan Ramesh, Boston College.
Nate Remillard, University of Vermont. Shannon Tang, Tufts University.
Nicholas Viens, Northeastern University. Jayce Walker, UMass Amherst. Liam Walsh, Worcester State University. Please give a round of applause for our graduating seniors. Thank you for the help of our committee chairs to help us organize tonight's event. Guests, thank you for attending tonight. You are welcome to stay for refreshments and food in the Commons. Thank you.